This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Resolved. This house will begin taxing primary products of agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that Team Negative is really getting us right. They have come here and telling us that we have failed to tell them the time frame and how we are going to do this. Our dear judge, we have told them very well in our work plan that in the first year, we shall create an awareness about the taxes and educate the farmers about the importance of the taxes. Furthermore, in the second year, we have said that in the second year, we shall make research on the different primary products and register the farmers and provide them with the taxpayer's identification number. With this, we are going to be in a position to follow up all those who are in, as he has indicated that the 88%. Yes, we are going to cater for them by giving them the taxpayer's identification number. So, Team Negative should really be attentive with this. Our dear judge, they are telling us that how are we going to cater with the agency of us giving a period of less time? They have given us a period of 5 years. Our dear judge, if you are telling us the period of 5 years and the period of 3 years is a little bit late, what of theirs? Is 5 years more earlier than 3 years? This should be addressed very well. Team Negatives, you should be aware of this, that 3 years is a little bit different from 5 years. In 5 years' time, how are we going to be in position to do all this? And yet in 3 years, we are going to be in position to put all this in action. Our dear judge, we as Team Affirmatives, we have told Team Negative that we are here to enhance all the possibilities of seeing that the tax are being imposed and with the importance. And we have given them all what is necessary for us to collect this tax. We are saying that when we tax these people here, we are going to be in a position to have economic diversification, of which is going to be very important. How do you tell us that we are going to improve the agriculture sector or the farmers when we are depending on other sectors? Do we really need to depend on other sectors? And with this, I would like to pose a question to Team Affirmatives. What do you think that is going to be the basic or the most effective way of promoting primary agricultural products besides taxing these primary products? Do we have to depend on other sectors so as to develop the agriculture sector? No, we need to do something about it. That's why we are taxing this. That's why we are taxing the primary agriculture sector.
POI.
Granted.
Can you guarantee
Yes.
the effectiveness of the collection method of taxes of the primary products of agriculture?
Yes. One, we are going to use we have given you the different methods in which we are going to use it, and we have given you the line how we are going to use it. We have said we are going to implement the value added tax so that in position help us also follow up this. Judge, we are saying that we as Team Affirmatives, according to the World Bank, the agriculture contribution is about 24%. So if it is 24%, why is it that we are not going to tax these people? And yet it is so large. And yet, at the moment, we need a country whereby our economic development is going to be so high. Our dear judge, ladies and gentlemen, as of the most recent data available, agriculture in Uganda is exempted from direct taxes. So our dear judge, we are looking at ways of helping our own nation. We are looking at ways of promoting the agriculture sector by taxing these people. If we tax the primary agriculture products, we are going to be in a position to benefit, and the agriculture sector is going to be largely helped. And so, Team Negative should really be aware that this is going to be very important. For this, ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Thank you.
Truly, a man with bread will never know the severity of hunger. Can you bite the hand that feeds you? Griffin from the Royals campus of St. Lawrence High School. For how long will the government of Uganda keep bringing up new policies, new taxes, and fail to scrutinize the already existing ones? Speak of OTT, introduced in 2018. 3 years down the road, OTT is replaced in the 1st of July 2021, according to cpesa.org. Ladies and gentlemen, they speak of using IFRIS. Do they know of what happened in Kampala? Shops were closed down because of high taxes charged by IFRIS. They do not tell us how they're going to tackle that. Ladies and gentlemen, they come and they say, yes, they've given us a time frame. Yes, we agree agree to it, although it is not so functional. But they do not tell us how much the government is going to spend, because we see that Uganda currently runs on a deficit budget. Ladies and gentlemen, let them tell us how much they intend to spend. And we all expected this from their first speaker. So now that they have failed, we don't expect it from any other speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, they come and they tell us that their time frame of 3 years it's effective, more than our 5 years. But they do not know that they need registration, they need sensitization, they need implementation, they need execution of their new policy. How long will this take? Can 3 years really be enough for all this? Ladies and gentlemen, because they do not even tell us what method they're going to use to sensitize the people. Are you going to use radios? Are you going to use TVs? Are you going to use billboards? They do not tell us. They talk of sensitization. They do not tell us which body is going to register all these farms. As my second speaker said, only 12% of the agricultural households have been registered. What percentage is left? 88%. Will they take only 1 year to register 88 people? With which body? They do not tell us. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we keep introducing new taxes? As I said before, as the parliament, we have done research to find out what really is keeping Uganda's revenue low. Is it the size of the current tax base or the failures within it? Well, guess what? Corruption isn't even the first on the list. Tax evasion is. In our strategy, we seek to intensify tax compliance. In this, we shall see increase in the revenue. Ladies and gentlemen, when revenue is increased, we shall modernize agriculture, attain a stable economy, improve our tax system. According to independent.com, 7 million Ugandans registered taxpayers dodge taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow honorables may ask, how do we intend to do this without taxing agriculture, which is dominant in the country, as they stated? Well, listen and listen closely. We choose not to tax primary agricultural products because it is a fundamental sector in food security. The overall goal of food and nutrition policy is to ensure food security and adequate nutrition for all the people in Uganda, for their health as well as their social and economic well-being, according to FAO.org. We see that taxing farmers will increase their production costs, and this will be passed to consumers in prices, making food unaffordable to many Ugandans, henceforth violating the food and nutrition policy. Yes, you ask yourself, are they debating on Dominicin and Kuralek's case? Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, speaking of the parliament, Article 8A of Ugandan Constitution says Uganda shall be governed based on principles of national interest and common good and enshrined in the national objectives and directive principles of the state policy. So in simple terms, are they trying to cause food insecurity by going through against the country's constitution? According to study.co.uk, rising food prices were listed amongst the real-time causes of food insecurity. We have also realized that Uganda's agricultural economy is highly occupied by subsistence farming. 39% of the households in Uganda is in subsistence economy, with 3.5 million households, of which 56 are purely in subsistence farming, according to accord.org. They tell us how you are going to tax someone who is doing agriculture to get what to eat. So much so that even the surplus they sell, they use it to cater for their needs. Judges, take note of this. Their farmers are suggesting that they are taxing the primary products of agriculture, right? But they do not tell us how much it will take. As I said, Uganda currently is running on a deficit budget with their new financial total expenditure being 72.136 trillion. No POI? Okay, let me continue. According to you, boss, only 12% of the agricultural households have been registered. The last time I checked, 12% is not even a third of the 100%, meaning they still have a task of registering 88%, as I said before. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, our arguments for not taxing primary products of agriculture are potentiality of food insecurity, which will go against the constitution and weaken our country's backbone. The best way to strengthen this is by investing more using the money from revenue, because when we get actually the 7 million people dodging taxes and make them compliant, we shall have enough revenue to invest in our agriculture, and there we shall be modernizing our culture. We shall be having better services. Our roads shall be improved, and when roads are improved, are we not improving agriculture? Where are the goods going to be transported from the market from the garden to the market? They do not tell us any of that, ladies and gentlemen. That is why their case do not stand in any way. I, Griffin Jaffet, stand to say it is easier to build on a foundation than to start on a minimal base. Thank you.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.